Hi everyone, welcome back to my second series of podcast. It feels good to come back. This is Xavier Albuquerque, a guy from Mumbai, India, who is passionate about listening. First, a shout out to everyone who has encouraged me to continue with my podcast series, and also to my listeners all over the world, especially to the ones in India, Spain, UK, and US for their love. So, in this podcast, I've chosen the subject of listening. Listen, but not only words. So, listening as a subject in its own is an ocean to talk about. We shall never finish. This series, we will speak about a specific area on listening. The podcast will concentrate on the non-verbal portion of it, listening to everything but words. There are many write ups, articles, books, videos on how to be a good or effective listener. They speak about many different views or ideas, also their experiences, including how to keep a good eye contact, ask occasional questions to keep the speaker engaged, keep nodding in between to let the person opposite to know that you are interested. They will also include a space in their talks or write ups wherein they will talk about paying attention to the body language, the tone of the voice of the opposite person, the stress level in the conversation. Before we reach to those areas of nonverbal communication, one thing that is very important and a basic hygiene to be a good listener is to have that genuine intent of a listener. To listen to the person who is trying so hard to talk to you and be as much possible to be open about his talks. So, intent of a listener is a decision we make in our mind based on our value system. So, in my previous podcast of Version of Me, I spoke about the belief system each one of us have conditioned inside us. Most of the time, we are not fully aware of the value systems we have integrated within us. It is depicted in the decisions we take and the actions followed by those decisions. The intent is the decision that triggers and shapes the actions of the listener, contributing to the energy level of the listener. And do believe me that a listener needs a lot of energy to perform the task. You have made the decision to listen to this podcast. You have that intent to listen, which triggers the energy for you to take your earphone and swipe that phone to press the play button to listen to me. The right intent of the listener does two important things. Firstly, when the person has the right intent, or rather a genuine action to listen, it reduces the noise in one's head when you are listening to someone else. A human mind works 24/7. No rest until the eternal rest. That's a phrase I've heard very often. Our mind is always occupied with things of the future or of the past. Hardly we have thoughts on our present. This becomes a block and a constraint to listen to the words of the speaker, or even more less to identify with the non-verbal signals that the speaker is giving. The honest intention to listen to the person prepares us to be that good cushioning receiver of 5G technology of all things that the person wants to say or put forth before you. Our mind is calm than usual as it is aware of the task in hand and how important it is for both of us. Second, the base of having the right intent takes care of the things to follow. Your body automatically comes in the active listening mode, and the first change you will find in the conversation as it goes on is that you have made the speaker comfortable than he was at the start of the conversation. Once the speaker is conscious that the person opposite to him is putting him in a comfortable space, he will start using better choices of words. Speak of areas which are of personal concern for him or her and the ultimate. Even entrust you with a life secret which was never known by anyone else or maybe a select few. So now the listener becomes the inner circle for the speaker. This builds a healthy relationship which will again help in the conversation that are to be held in the near future. So next time, gather your thoughts around when you step into a conversation, be it personal or at work. Reflect for a while on your nature of intent towards this conversation. Prepare yourself mentally to have a fruitful talk which will be beneficial for all. Become aware of the thought process as you arrive at the intent and make that decision. As I said, become aware of the process. A slight warning: do not at any cost go to analyze the process. If you start analyzing it, there is a great chance that you may find yourself stuck with a question which you will have no answer to, and this will just disrupt your mind while you have that conversation with the person. So, see you guys till the next conversation we have with that right intent. Bye.